Schaust du auf dein Handy? Sag mal, bist du blind? Ich kann doch nichts dafür, wenn du vor mein Fahrrad springst. Verdammt, das ist ein Gehweg und keine Autobahn. Ich schmeiß sie von deinem Roller, was schaust du mich so an? Hey, du hast hier keine Vorfahrt mit deinem scheiß Scooter. Dann nimmt doch dieser Wichser sein Justin mit in die Bahn. Was fällt dir ein, du dummes Schwein, was glaubst du, wer du bist? Ich werd dich über den Haufen fahren, wenn du dich nicht verpisst. Die Bergbauern von Zürichberg fahren 4x4, 4x4. Du mit deinem Panzer gegen mein X1, mitten im Kreis 4. Die Bergbauern von Zürichberg fahren 4x4, 4x4. Drehen noch eine Runde wie bei Formel 1 auf den Straßen im Kreis 4. Ich hab euch nein, ich hab euch nein, ich hab, wer bremst wird nicht verlieren. An jeder Straßenecke ein Wortgefecht, wir werden's wollen nie kapieren. Bergbauern von Zürichberg. Die Bergbauern von Zürichberg. Mitten im Kreis 4. Die Bergbauern vom Zürichsee fahren 4x4. Morgens auf die Arbeit im SV-Coupé, wo kann man hier noch parkieren? Die Bergbauern vom Zürichberg fahren 4x4, 4x4. Draußen geht's ums nackte Überleben auf den Straßen im Kreis 4. Ich hab euch ein, ich hab euch ein, ich hab euch ein, ich hab recht.
Die Bergbauern vom Zürichsee fahren 4x4. Zürichberg, sorry. Die Bergbauern vom Zürichberg fahren 4x4. Yeah, with this I welcome you to episode 369 of Shellshocked Radio Discovery. You know the drill. Please like and subscribe. And I have a really cool show for you. And I just realized I forgot to look the artist, but I can do this quickly. Immer wieder Wirsing is the artist. And I haven't heard from him in a while, but he's doing quite well. Wait, I can show you. So, this is Immer wieder Wirsing. And yeah, he put out some, gimme some Glühwein. Oh yeah. Here, so here he is. So this is how he looks. He's also, if you wanna know more about him, there is a talk with him on my talk segment on YouTube. You can find it. Just look for Steckbrief. Steckbrief, immer wieder Wirsing. So here he is in his full glory, and he also talks about this. Hab deinen Kater gestern ausgesetzt. Is in his biography. This it's Kater is it has a double meaning. It's either a cat or a hangover. So he said he put the hangover out last night, or he put the cat out last night. So anyway, I really like him. Check out my talk with him. He's a really cool dude. And and like I said, I'm happy to see that he's doing very well. He played a lot of small gigs at first, but also some cool festivals and stuff. So yeah, I'm happy to see that he is really doing well. Look at that here: Berlin, Hamburg, Munich, Stuttgart. He is fine, and so I'm happy to see that. And now on with the show. By the way, if you want to send me something, you can use the link in the description, and then you can send me music for the next show, Oh, look at these guns. Oh, yeah. And also for my Spotify playlist, I haven't shown you that. If you want to be in my Spotify playlist, this looks like this. And I called them very, very deliberately gothic rock, dark wave, dark pop, industrial metal. Oh, yeah. So guess what I'm looking for. The next artist, so we stay in the German realm. He is a really, really, really cool dude. I think I don't have him on my. I'm not sure if I have him on my profile segment. I have to look it up myself. But I know him since a long time, and I really, really like him. He does German pop music as well, and this is here the Heiko Wagner Quartett. His name is a little bit different, but yeah, I really like it. And I'm going to play the number 4 hit from him, Paderborn Sunset. I really, really like this song. It's very poppy. It's a little bit, more on the fringes for what I'm usually doing. You know, it's not dark wave and it's not dark pop and stuff, but this was Immer wieder, Wirsing as well, not. But I really like it. So let's see what he tells about himself. Oh, that's a lot. Heiko Wagner Quartett, founded 2020. So their debut, Italo disco, reminiscent to the early 80s. Yeah, so it's. I really like this style. So he's a really cool dude. Check out Heiko Wagner Quartett with Paderborn Sunset. Oh yeah.
Deinen Blick. Der Raum pulsiert im Rhythmus der Musik. Du kommst auf mich zu, bist mir ganz nah. Mit jedem Herzschlag werden 1000 Bilder wahr. Die alte Ordnung zerbricht, ein letzter Schritt. Die Kraft der Neugier reißt uns mit. Wir stehen längst unter Verdacht. Halt mich fest und beschütz mit mir die Nacht. Paderborn Sunset, Sunset, Sunset. Paderborn Sunset, Sunset, Sunset. Irgendwie warst du immer schon da. Wir haben alles geteilt und meistens einen Plan. Doch ich will nicht zurück, hab keine Zweifel mehr. Das Fieber treibt uns aufgeladen vor sich her. Wie Kometen, die ihre Bahnen ziehen. Zwei Himmelskörper, die brennen und verglühen. Oh, wir stehen längst unter Verdacht. Halt mich fest und beschütz mit mir die Nacht. Paderborn Sunset, Sunset, Sunset. Paderborn Sunset, Sunset, Sunset.
Guys, I was just, because I kind of pulled the songs, from my stables, what I wanted to play here today. So it's from my rotation, basically. Don't forget to like and subscribe, of course. And I found a really, really nice little song. And now, I want to introduce it to you and want to show you who it is. And and I'm just looked at the artist who's in this song and then, wow, over 11 million monthly listeners on Spotify. So, yeah, this is nothing to scoff about. So this is one of the biggest artists I ever played, I have to say, on my show. So it's Imanbek. Never have heard of him before, but yeah, I'm going to play him now. So it's a Grammy producer from Kazakhstan. So he produces Grammys, I guess. And yeah, he's listened to all over the world. Look at this. This is quite a number. Over 11 million monthly listeners. Sao Paulo, Sydney, Montreal. Oh, I love Montreal. I lived for 2 ans in Montreal, Istanbul and Melbourne. So yeah, all over the place. That's really, really cool. And I'm, of course, as this song is in my rotation, my rotation is like I play the song once a year. Or even less. I have another song for you, which I haven't played, which I haven't played in 5 years. But let's stay here. What do I want to say? So yeah, of course, I like the song, but yeah, I'm surprised. Anyway, happily surprised that this is such a big artist. I'm allowed to play here because I got all the copyrights. If you want to be in one of the next shows, use the link in the description and give me all the copyright stuff. So, and now, without too much further ado, I give you the song from Imanbek. So it's Exit in the Morning with Imanbek and Trevor Daniel. Enjoy.
Summer ends, but you're not here. I fake a smile just to hide the tears. And all my friends say I should let go. So how could you let me leave in the morning? I wake up with your voice in my head. Your boys, what they say. Don't cry. You take off your clothes in my bed and ghost me like that. Why? When I'm getting fucked up, when I'm alone and I'm drunk, you'll always be the reason. Wish I could tell you good luck, go break another man's heart. Goddamn, I hate this season. Summer is, but you're not here. I fake a smile just to hide the tears. And all my friends say I should let go. So how could you love me and leave in the morning? Can't you see I'm falling? So how could you love me and leave in the morning? I hold on, but you're pushing me. I'll say we're good, but I'm not okay. I know you only stay to get high. I'm still wasting my life away. When I'm getting fucked up, when I'm alone and I'm drunk, you'll always be the reason. Wish I could tell you good luck, go break another man's heart. Goddamn, I hate this season. Summer ends, but you're not here. I fake a smile just to hide the tears. And all my friends say I should let go. So how could you love me and leave in the morning? Can't you see I'm falling? So how could you love me and leave in the morning?
So before I get a little bit more heavy in this show, I wanted to go down a little bit more, and the previous song was the kind of segue into it, and I'm very happy to have this song. I haven't played it in 5 years, I have to admit, because I just got the copyright back. I contacted the band. I need, if you want to send me something, please use the link in the description, because I need always the copyright stuff so I can play it on Hypernova Radio and on the YouTube stream. Otherwise, I get not banned, but I got a strike, and, everything is blocked. Anyway, so I conversed shortly with a band, and I'm very happy to say that we are back together again. We're just reunited because we took a little hiatus, I guess. That's why we don't have much monthly listeners. And I'm going to play their hit song, Don't Ask. I really, really, really like the song. It's a little bit far out for my usual oeuvre. As you know, I'm more like gothic rock, darkwave, dark pop, industrial metal, and this is neither of that. It's really cool indie alternative music, but the voice is great, and I just, as you know, I'm a bass player myself, and I played in a lot of rock bands and stuff. I just have a soft spot for a really, really good alternative song, and this is one. This is, if I want to say something bad, nothing new under the sun, but very, very competently and very well done. So enjoy Tip of a Whisker. That's the name of a band. And the song is called Don't Ask. Yeah, so don't ask me anymore. I just play it now.
Don't you ask me, don't you ask me not to save you from yourself. Don't you ask me, don't you ask me not to give in to your best. If not the price that I've paid, searching for life to evade, feeling like I can erase the one who has betrayed. It's not the time that I gave, it's that you put us in a grave. This time I'll change my fate. I know now I should never have stayed. Don't you ask me, don't you ask me not to save you from yourself. Don't you ask me, don't you ask me not to give in to your best. To try and save you from yourself. Beginning to ending, a force that's unbending. No love gained, no love lost. My mind's gone, yeah, that's love's cost. Dark whispers against you to leave you when I'm already gone. Don't you ask me, don't you ask me not to save you from yourself. Don't you ask me, don't you ask me not to give in to your best. To try and save you from yourself. But then who's gonna save me from myself?
So, after this very quiet song, we get a little bit more in the nitty-gritty, and the next one is a noise post-punk band from Berlin, and I've played them before, and I really like it. I speak German, that's my mother tongue. Deutsch ist meine Muttersprache. Es ist mein Vaterland, aber meine Muttersprache. Warum ist es eigentlich nicht mein Mutterland und meine Vatersprache? I don't know. Anyway, the next artist is from Berlin, and they call themselves Elektrokohle, which is a very funny name because it means electric or Elektrokohle. And I'm gonna play Abstand. It's not here. It's not in their most requested songs, but let's see what they have to say about themselves. It's a noise punk band, post-punk trio based in Berlin, of Italy, Germany, and Brazil. So they're from all over the world. That's really cool. Because you're gonna hear that Mr. Cigarette Butt, he sings, and I really like how he sings because German is not his mother tongue or his father tongue. Who knows? So yeah, schubs mich nicht. So he, please don't get it wrong. I really think it's very cute, but he says schubs mich nicht. This makes me giggle. I'm easily entertained. Anyway, but don't get it the wrong way. I love the song. Otherwise, I wouldn't play it. So here you go. This is Elektrokohle with Abstand, schubs mich nicht.
Ich bin allein. Einsamkeit.
as we are once again in the German realm, I'm gonna play a song from my little solo project. And my solo project is called Megalmodas. The name comes from my time as I lived in Budapest. I lived there for 3 years. And I picked up this name, Megalmodas, and I just kept it for my solo project. It was my band there, and I'm gonna play this one here. Number 6 of her requested songs from myself, Mensch, Maschinen. And if you wanna be in the next show, use the link in the description. Oh yeah, and now enjoy Mensch, Maschinen by Megalmodas.
Des Herrn Wille ist, was zählt, auch wenn er sich verborgen hält.
The next band I'm going to play, I have a feeling we're not around anymore, and this is a shame because, it's most of the time, I'm a singer myself, and most of the time I have male singers, and, I'm a male myself, so, I have nothing against that, but I always like to, to support female singers, and here is a really, really, really cool female singer. I really like her voice. So they called themselves, because you see, 0 monthly listeners, so they might not be around anymore, unfortunately. MorissonPoe, Poe, And the song I'm going to play is not even there anymore, on Spotify at least, but I have it, of course. And it's here, this one, Inspirations. Tremendous. So, let's see what they tell about themselves. MorissonPoe is an alternative electro-rock band from Planet Earth. Okay, that's good. I know Planet Earth a little bit. Who's been featured in video game soundtracks like Perfect Dark Zero and film. Their collaborations with Nile Rodgers and Vernon Reid and others are legendary. Okay, I don't know. They'll still have a lot of followers, but not a lot of listeners. Anyway, I like the song, so here you go. This is MorissonPoe with Tremendous. Enjoy. Enjoy Tremendous.
I want you, I feel you, it's like you're floating by. They can't see what I see, looking through my third eye. I call out, receive me, transmissions through your brain. The frequencies of a pyre, you're burning me again. Crashed into my flesh, you say. Beautiful this way, cursed in me so you can see which wicked things this thirst still brings. You light the water, I don't wanna give it up. Drink the water, I don't wanna give it up. You're the water, I don't wanna give it up. Drink the water, I don't wanna give you up. I want you, I feel you, like thorns piercing in my crown of roses, in a fire, red spilling all around. Crash into your flesh, I say. Cursed in me so you can see which wicked things this thirst still brings. Like the water, I don't wanna give it up. Drink the water, I don't wanna give it up.
So I guess most of you are here because I do a little bit the darker things, and not mainstream stuff and not boring mainstream stuff. So here we're going to do something dark. I'm going to switch to some darker songs. Yeah, I have a few darker songs still. So anyway, I'm going to play now Xenobyt. It's Xenobyt, and I'm going to play the number 5 at the moment. And this is called Not of This World. So it's his latest single from his album The Dark. And he is one of these mysterious people who are performing with a mask. As I'm an actor myself, I like to use my beautiful face so that you can see it and I can emote a little bit. But yeah, some people do it differently, and he has quite a setting here. Wow. Xenobyt is a melodic dark electronic producer from Austin, Texas. This ominous masked figure began appearing in the Austin underground electronic scene around 2019. 5 years and 3 albums later, Xenobyt has pushed the boundaries of synthwave and electronic rock with headbanging rhythms, melancholy melodies, and unique sound design. A 4th album is currently set to release in May 2nd, 2025. Well, this should be already now. So mostly listened to in Austin, Texas. No surprise there. And I have played him before and I will play him again, of course. So here you go. This is Xenobyt with Not of This World.
Of my mind, the water's very deep here and
let me introduce you to my sister, my NIGHTSISTER. And I'm gonna play from them the song Hometown Wound, the number 2 song we have at the moment on Spotify. And I really, really like them. I played them before and I will play them again. You know, you have heard me saying this again and again. NIGHTSISTER merges elements of darkwave, dream pop, and experimental music. So now you know what you're... And oh, by the way, Los Angeles. Mostly listened to in Los Angeles. This tells you something, because there's 3 hubs in the world where really good music comes from. First, of course, Jena, where I reside, you know, of course. Right. The second one is Gothenburg, because the goth is in the name. And the last one is Los Angeles, because for some reason, a lot of music I like comes from Los Angeles, or is listened there, consumed there. Anyway, consume now with me, NIGHTSISTER with Hometown Wound. Sometimes you might sit in front of an empty page and thinking about dry ice. And that's the segue. By the way, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to be in one of the next shows, use the link in the description, please. And of course, this was a segue to The Empty Page with their song Dry Ice. And as you can see, that's their most requested song. And I really, really, really like it. It's in my liked songs on Spotify. It's very often in my Spotify playlist. And they say songs for the end of the world. It's a little bit post-punky, indie rock. I love it. So here you go. This is The Empty Page with Dry Ice.
Fire escape vapor, Tommy girl, sweat and hairspray, stomach is pulsing. It's a disco convulsion, and we're moving down. Crush up the warm crowd, twitching the strobe light, spin dry ice, pull on your good jeans. You are the queen of the freak scene. Chips on the night bus. You stick on your new shoes, but what a buzz. And we're moving down. Crush on the warm crowd, twitching the strobe light, spinning the dry ice. Disco convulsion, disco convulsion, disco convulsion, disco convulsion. And we're moving down. Crush on the warm crowd, twitching the strobe light, spinning dry ice. And we're moving down. Crush on the warm crowd, twitching the strobe light, spinning the dry ice.
Some of you might know that I'm doing music for quite a while, and so I had a few projects in the past, and one of these projects have been with a Norwegian musician. He calls himself Simple Fixty. He's a really, really cool dude. And we called our project, he made the music, I made the lyrics and sang, King Sinister. And from this fruitful collaboration, I'm gonna play Being. So enjoy King Sinister with Being.
design you can't succeed. Listless, lifeless, and so cold. Days a pile of zombies. Purposeless words get stale and old. Out in all your ways. Being imprisoned and exiled. Breathing rounds a man to die. How in life could breathe and child. Illusion innocence. All has faded away. In the monotonic sense. Nothing's right, nothing's a dream. Being stuck in lifeless life. Being rained by coward greed. Being thrown into the hive. Stuck in time, you can't succeed. Whispers, lifeless. Sounds the
That's it for episode 369 of Shellshocked Radio Discovery. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because, this is the currency we work with these days. And if you want to be in the next show, use the link in the description. And you can also be in my Spotify playlist if you so desire. I like gothic rock, darkwave, dark pop, industrial metal, but as you have heard also in this show, synthwave shredding stuff, cool, darker tinged alternative music, all fine. It has to kind of still fit a little bit. It has to be a little bit dark, morbid, and some funny, happy stuff I most likely will not play. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed what you heard. If you like the artists, please follow them. It was with one guy with 11 million monthly listeners. Okay, yeah, he has a lot of followers. So follow me instead. And give me a thumbs up and stuff. Sometimes I feel a little bit embarrassed to ask for that, but this is the currency we deal with these days. That the algorithm only reward people who gets a lot of likes and lots of views and blah 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 blah. So and I want to spread good music. So please help me doing that. And I wish you a good evening, good afternoon, a good morning, wherever you listen to this show. And stay safe. Stay healthy, and I'll see you back in episode 370 of Shellshocked Radio Discovery. Bye-bye.